It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see a rematch from Super Bowl 12. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Denver Broncos, next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the capital city of Colorado. Welcome to Denver and Empower Field at Mile High. Good to be in the booth with my partner Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Welcome, and Greg, this is one of those that's worthy of prime time because wide receivers love the spotlight as much as any position group in the league, and we got two guys who shine under the lights here tonight.
And I think where it's going to be really fun and get interesting to watch, Mike, is in those critical situations. The game's on the line, third down, red zone, gotta-have-it moments. There is no mystery. Both these sidelines, they know exactly where the ball's going, and they're just going to say, I dare you to stop them. These are two prime, elite wide receivers in the National Football League. Night game, prime time, they're looking to put on a show.
We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from Denver. Now return coming from the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
Well, it didn't take long for Bo Nix to establish himself as a bona fide starter in this league, winning the position with the Broncos as a rookie. He has all the intangibles, but really what sticks out the most, Mike, is the amount of starts he made in college. It's kind of similar to Brock Purdy. Very experienced at the college level. Let's see how that carries over here to the NFL level.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Off the play fake, here's Nix. He's going to send it downfield looking for Ingram. Deron Bland, good coverage, and he gets his hands on that one.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
We had a chance to see him out on the field early in pregame, and I thought he looked really sharp. I thought he looked focused. We had a chance to talk to him earlier in the week, and he's excited for this opportunity today. He thinks he's got a chance to lead this offense and have a lot of success, and ultimately the #1 goal is to come out with a victory.
It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Dre Greenlaw in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he's not going to get there. Maybe he's looking for a cutback lane, but that certainly didn't develop. And now it's 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, the veteran Brian Anger on to punt for Dallas. The Broncos have Marvin Mims out for the return. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll tuck it and take off. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
They face 2nd down and 7. Now the former Ohio State Buckeye, here's J.K. Dobbins. And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. Mozzie Smith, the former first-round pick, makes the play. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. On the bootleg, it's Nix. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
But I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single first down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait till their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen.
A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They were forced to punt first time they had it, but they'll try again in this scoreless game. It's 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking them down and took them down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Prescott. To the left side, caught by Lamb.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Now Prescott going to make the read and keep it himself. They'll get 19 out of that play. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
On 1st down, it is Williams. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. unmask the defense, and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Second and a yard. On the ground, it's the rookie from UT. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. It gets them down to the 6.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Prescott now. He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They'll try to run it with Williams. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And he's not going to get away. They'll stop him back at the 3.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points. So they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal. Prescott. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Surtain. Past midfield. Inside the 30. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Denver. What a stunning turn of events. Greg, looks like they're going in for the score. Instead, they bring it back the other way for the pick 6.
Yeah, I mean, how fast the tables can turn in the NFL, Mike. I mean, 1 minute, as you said, you're rolling the dice, thinking you got a chance to go and get 6. Next thing you know, you're watching the other team take it all the way the other way for a touchdown.
The kick by Lutz is good. The Broncos will take a 7-0 lead. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. It's another run here for Williams. And he'll weave his way down close to that 1st down. Going to come up just a little shy. It's going to be 3rd down and short. Now Prescott. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That's on Tyler Guyton, the tackle. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. The linebacker Jonathan Cooper on the tackle. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw is Prescott. That's caught by Lamb. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Here's Prescott. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Broncos with the early lead. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. Here's Brian Anger now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And a pretty good punt there. The fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. A run with Dobbins. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Play action now. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. No one open, he'll drop it to his running back, and he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Fair catch will be taken here. It is right at the 40-yard line. The Cowboys offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Here's a screen set up to Williams. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all three levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
On comes the punter now, as he is on to punt for Dallas. The Broncos offense make their way out to take over once more. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
So often we see when those balls get deflected up into the air, they usually turn into interceptions. I think the offense dodged a bullet here, and they're fortunate there was nobody in the area to come down with that pick.
And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken. The Cowboys offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4. Now going to get a stoppage, injured player. Oh, it's C.D. Lamb who is shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Williams. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big game, and he picks up the 1st down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll go with Williams. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense into your favor.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. The open man is Tolbert. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On third down, Prescott. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down. And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
The Broncos offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Nick's going to look to throw. He's got his receiver. It's Cortland Sutton. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense.
And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. They'll throw. It's Nix. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He'll let this go for Pickens. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, Cowboys.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Dak gonna run with it himself. Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short game.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Throwing is Prescott. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system, and all these early sacks. Yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
Here's the punter now, as he'll come on to punt this one away. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Broncos offense getting set to get back to work. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A pickup there of 28 yards.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
2 minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I return to Denver after this. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's gotta be a gotta-have-it best play call.
It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Denver 1st down. Here's Nix to throw. He's got a man downfield. It's Mims. That's another 1st down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is 1st down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early 1st down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now
he is in. Touchdown, Broncos.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Lutz for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Broncos move out on top, 14-0. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense going to take over here in the final minute of this 1st half. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. He was looking for George Pickens there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, at some point, if I'm this quarterback, I think I'm going to start testing somebody else in this secondary. I mean, he's already made his impact felt multiple times today, and it doesn't matter who they line up across from him. Right now, he is completely taking them out of the game.
Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. The clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. Third down, 3 to go. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter. So they come to the line for first down and 10. To the air again, Prescott.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time, and next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for third and a yard. Again, Prescott to the air. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
Knicks now on 1st and 10. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. So we come to halftime here in Denver, and the Broncos are out in front as we send you to Orlando to check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. The Broncos got a strong first half from their signal caller, Bo Nix. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Second down and 3. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
A short throw caught by Ferguson. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. On the give, it's Williams. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down. Now it's Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
What makes great, in this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. That's made by Pickens. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
He was trying to get it to CD Lamb. And it'll lead to a second down.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
And he brings it down to about the 28-yard line. Alex Singleton there on the tackle. .21 is the line to gain as we hit third down. Here's Prescott. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. Prescott now. That's taken in. It's a pickup of 14. And the decision to go for it pays off.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
Now Prescott. Off he goes.
It's a nice job here defensively. Down here tight, it's easy to be so concerned about stopping the pass that you lose sight of the quarterback when he decides to become a runner. Not the case here. Picks up a little positive yardage, sets up second and goal.
Line of scrimmage, the 7 for second and goal. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. He'd missed twice already, but this one goes through. And the Cowboys get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They built a nice lead for themselves here, beginning with first down. Throwing is Nix. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. And another first down and another big gainer. This time 23 yards.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
Nix now to throw it here on first down. A throw right side is intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football, and they'll have it just past the 20-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
On the option, here's Williams. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. On second down, it's Dak. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Now, Prescott. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. Well, they hook up again, second time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's a handoff to Williams. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
On third down, Prescott. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. To return, it's Mims. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The home team's offense ready to take over once again. They'll start out first down and 10. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. Maris Leofau there on the stop. They face second down and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
They'll give it to Dobbins. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Now, a second down throw for Nix. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This a must stop for this defense, facing 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. I mean, that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They run over center with Williams. Not much to speak of on that one, maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. Now a 3rd and 2. To throw is Dak. That's to the left side. He's got Ferguson. And he will have the 1st down. He caught it short of the line to gain, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that 1st down.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Second down, Prescott. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Here's Dak to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field. Fair catch made here, and the drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. That lane closed quickly. And here comes third down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Broncos.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
Now it's Dobbins. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Here's Nix to throw. That's caught left side by Ingram. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
He finds Mims. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. That is brought in downfield by Sutton. That pickup good for 29 yards.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
They'll throw. It's Nix. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They send him right out of the slot. Here comes the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
Here's Dobbins.
The defense is willing to just give up that run every single time. I mean, they're going to leave guys as far back as they can to protect the sticks. And in this case, flow to the ball, make an open field tackle, get off the field.
On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This one will be from 37 yards out. He'd missed twice already, but this one goes through. And the Broncos going to open up a 17-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
A safe kick taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cowboys offense ready for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. This pass right side caught by Lamb.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. A pickup of 12 yards. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage, tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
To the left side, caught by Lamb. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's 2nd down and 3. They'll drop to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Prescott again. That's complete, left side to Pickens. And he'll be out of bounds, but he got the first down, so it's going to be first and goal. They're going to mark it at the 6.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long...
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Pass completed right side to Ferguson. He'll take this one down to the 8-yard line. This crowd doing everything they can before 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He pulls it in around the 5. And he'll get this inside the 5, but no further. Great job by the defense. It sets up 4th down. Now, Prescott. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
And with that late score, it's going to give them a little bit of late life here, Mike. But remember, the next series of events is very unlikely. They need to get the onside kick and then likely a Hail Mary situation. So while they definitely have a little bit of a chance, I think it's pretty slim.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. The Cowboys are able to cut into the lead. It's now 17-10. That score, too little, too late. They need a recovery and a miracle here.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Broncos are winners. As we say, so long from Denver.